What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 55 Fandom. So, Wonder Man, the newest Marvel Disney Plus TV show, has premiered a few days ago now, and I want to talk about it. I originally didn't want to talk about it before I actually watched the show for myself, and I can say it is actually one of the best. It's not the best, but it is one of the best Disney Plus shows from Marvel that I have seen. But it still has its flaws, like any show. So, I think this show, it's a really good show. But I do think it's been overhyped a bit. Not necessarily, this is still like a really great show. It focuses in on Wonder Man, on Trevor. Trevor is so good in this. He's so comedic. Simon and Trevor are like dynamite together. They are so good in this show. And this show focuses on stuff in the MCU that we don't focus on in the movies. This is what a Disney Plus show should be. It should focus on smaller scale stories. But obviously, this isn't a smaller scale story because it actually does great character work. We are as invested in Simon's goal. And because Simon cares about it, and because it's a big threat to Simon, we care about the stakes in this show. Now, the stakes in this show are Simon wants to be a famous actor. And I can really relate to that because, guys, that's my ambition. I want to be an actor in Hollywood. I want to do what Simon's doing. But with that comes not a lot of action, not a lot of fight scenes. There is no villain in this show. The closest we get to a villain is maybe Damage Control, but there's no villain to fight. There's no bad guy to defeat. There's no world-ending stakes. And with a brand like Marvel, I understand that they want to branch out, and it's good to branch out. But from Marvel, I still would have liked to have seen a bit more action, a bit more superheroing. Episode 4 is obviously the best episode in the show. It shows you why supers can't have jobs in Hollywood. That was really compelling, and that was heartbreaking. This dude literally killed Josh Gad. Josh Gad made an appearance in this, sang in Summer. There's so many Disney references in this that make me go, oh my god, oh my god. Wonder Man literally auditions for Zed. And Simon's so likable that we want to see him succeed. And yes, he does succeed. He starts to get famous. He gets the Wonder Man gig. Obviously, that's not a big spoiler. That was obviously the whole point of the show. He gets the Wonder Man gig. They start to film. But it's so interesting to see him try and keep a secret about his powers. And when Trevor betrays him, it's so heartbreaking. But then he forgives Trevor and breaks him out of prison. All that stuff is awesome. And it also slightly sets up stuff for the future without having it in your face. You can't go into Doomsday without seeing Loki, but what Wonder Man does is set up Damage Control and their little plotline of having their budget cut and wanting to get a load of supers into that prison. That sets up the next phase, the next saga. Damage Control could go after mutants, but let's say you didn't watch Wonder Man, let's say you skipped Wonder Man. You wouldn't have to go back and watch it like homework to understand where the MCU's at. So that is really good from Disney Plus. That is what I like to see from them. And there's so many people going, is Wonder Man going to be in Doomsday? After this, I hope he is. I actually think there's a chance he might be. I just think at this point, everyone's going to be in Doomsday or Secret Wars. It baffles me how this guy, Wonder Man, can be introduced in one show in 8 episodes, and I can care about him more than most of the characters so far in the multiverse saga. But also, maybe that means that Marvel is getting their mojo back. I hope so. So Wonder Man for me is a solid 8 out of 10. Would I have liked a bit more from it? Absolutely. But it is still a great show. The guys making the show said they have ideas for season 2. Whether season 2 gets made depends on if people watch it. So go and watch Wonder Man.